Mine would work like that.
Yours is backwards. Good morning, everybody. We're back over here at the Fort Stanton Snowy River Cave horse riding area. Beautiful fall morning, 55 degrees, little overcast. Gonna be for some nice riding. We're over on the it's the northwest side of the riding area. We're currently going down West Mesa Trail, which is just the main road, and we're gonna go over here and I think we're gonna go down Buffalo Soldier. There's some campers back over here, so we were gonna go down that other trail, and I don't even remember what it's called. Let's see. Well, it kind of, I don't know. We're gonna go this way. We're gonna go down Buffalo Soldier and Skyline, and I think I'm gonna try to do North Mesa. We'll see where all we end up. I'll show you where we end up on the Onyx map here after a while, but we're gonna keep a boogieing on. Good morning, Jake. So it's just Jake and I this morning. Boys didn't want to come. Kendall didn't. Kendall had other things going on. Nobody else wanted to ride, so it's just us out here enjoying the views and the smells and this fresh autumn air. So stay tuned. Hope y'all enjoy. So Sierra Blanca's right there in front of us, and then over here is No-Gal Peak. Yes, I'm recording. That's No-Gal Peak. Bonito Lake's right down below it. There's lots of horse trails up there too. That's the White Mountain Wilderness. Goes all the way from the Mescalero Reservation line to the right, all the way across, and then you got No-Gal Peak, and then it actually goes all the way across. I always got my phone in my hand. It actually goes all the way across to that mountain right there, and I forget the name of that mountain. But there's lots of trails. We had some fire up in that country, so I don't know what kind of shape the trails are in. I hadn't been up there in 20 some odd years, maybe 25 years now. But anyhow, that's what we're looking at here. Little dove just flew up there. Yeah, so all these closed roads are open to riding also, and we're going to make a left right here and go down this old road and go down and hit Buffalo Soldier, because we'll be on Buffalo Soldier. We're gonna kind of start it in the middle, but it'll make sense once we put this together and get it done. But we're gonna turn and go down this 2-track road here. What you can see of the 2-track road that's left, it's getting growed over pretty good, so we're we enjoy riding these old 2-tracks. So I didn't realize that this GoPro had a hands-free voice command deal, so now I can look at it on my phone, but I can tell it, to start and stop recording and take pictures and stuff like that. So we're going to try that feature today. I'm hoping that this one's going to stay a little bit more stable than the last one, the last two. I was recording just holding the camera, and now I've got it up on my hat, and I'm trying to take the best video possible for everybody. So bear with us as we trial and error getting everything going here. So we appreciate you watching. Okay, so it's grown up quite a bit, but now we're on Buffalo Soldier Trail. It starts right back up there behind us a little bit, but we're gonna film this one. It crosses that 2-track we were on, so away we go on the trail side of it. Grass is belly high to these guys. It's kind of hard to keep them from eating when it's easy for them to get to, but so now we're coming down the canyon headed northeast here, and that's the Capitans in front of us. I believe that is the only mountain chain in North America that runs east and west. I will have to double check on that, but if I remember right, they're the only ones that run east and west. In New Mexico anyways, but I think it's the United States. But I'll have to double check on that. Very unique set of mountains. We've been all the way up on top. There's actually a road you can drive up on top, and there's a radio tower kind of way back off over here. I can't even see them this morning. It is a little hazy, a little overcast, but nice riding weather. There's a pretty nice elk rub right there, right off the trail. Definitely some elk up in here. We've seen them a few times. There's not a whole lot up in here, but there's a herd. Then once again on this one, nice time of the year. We got all the little yellow wildflowers, and yeah, but we're also down on a little cut there. But yeah, Trudy's 14 too, and I mean, this grass is just really tall this year. Got some good rains at the right time finally. So when the trails start getting too deep, they do come in and they'll do some erosion control, and we just make a little detour. That one was washing out pretty good. Yeah, that's a pretty deep, dark canyon over there.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, the Boy Scouts will come out, and they've got some backcountry horsemen, I think, come out. They've got some different groups. We sometimes we've got a little steel chainsaw with the 4-inch, little electric one with the 4-inch blade on it, and we'll carry that with us a lot of the times. These ones back over here, this country, they usually do a pretty decent job of keeping this stuff up. But we do carry ours a lot of the times, especially when we get back over there on that east side, because we haven't ridden back over there a whole lot. So we'll probably be carrying it with us then. We needed it with us at that Dow Canyon track. We could have done a little trimming there for them and made it a little nicer, but we'll have to get our saddlebags on and start carrying that with us. So when you're out here, you'll come across these flags they've got a clothespin and they're different colors. They just forgot to pick this one up, but they have a big endurance ride over here every year, and that's what that is that they use this trail on one of their competitions. Okay. Come on. So now we're coming up on a stock water tank, or dammed up, yeah, I guess stock water. There ain't no stock out here no more, but
Rody, you want a drink? Yeah. Come here. Rody.
all right, so we're right here at this big tank, and now we're getting on to Elk Meadow Trail, and this is the start of Elk Meadow Trail. So we're gonna run Elk Meadow. We've never been down this one, so we don't know what we're up against, but can't be too bad. We're gonna run Elk Meadow, then we'll run around Skyline. Yeah, and the water's been running down in here pretty good. So over the hedge here, over the bank we go. Got to figure out where this trail goes. Okay, let's go. Yeah, nice riding down through here. Yep, washed out a little bit. Watch where you're going, Abby. Somebody's got him a game camera over here. Hi! Out of the canyon now. So that canyon bluffs up pretty good down there. We're now gonna climb over the hill here, and we should drop off into this meadow that's up above the petroglyphs. There are some petroglyphs over here. I will get to those the next couple of videos, but we might have some pictures we can insert. Yep, it's a little, there you go, good girl. So if I can find the petroglyph pictures, I'll stick them in there every once in a while just to remind you. That's a nice easy ride from the horse area. It's a long one. It's about 8 miles, depending on what your definition of long is. But you know, we try to ride anywhere from, I don't know, some days we only do 6, but there's been days that we've done 20. So one of those deals. But petroglyphs is a real neat place, and we're going to be just above it. Sierra Blanca coming into the background for us here again. So the little mule we have up in front of us here, her name is Trudy. She is 5 years old, was 5 years old in April, and she came out of Oklahoma, and we got her from a feller, Larry Smith, down there in, God, I can't remember the name of the town Larry's in. Sorry, Larry, if you're watching this. I'll redeem myself at some point, but Larry got her started for us, and he's raising mules now. So if you need a mule, you might look him up and get in touch with him. I'll talk with him and see if I can get a link or some way to get a hold of him. But he did a good job of putting the first handle on this little mule up in front of us. She's a gated Peruvian. She's out of a Peruvian mare. She's out of Scooter's Tomahawk, Missouri mule, pretty famous mule. And she's 5 now. We got her when she was 2. Just turned 3. Okay, we got her when she just turned 3. So 2 years ago, she had never seen a mountain, not any country like this, and she's doing real good. She's a sweetheart. Can be a little pest at times, but she does a real good job. This mule that I'm on, her name is Abby. She started out in Kansas. So our friends Bob and Laura, we bought Abby and Rose from them, and I think Abby's about 12 years old. She's a kind of a been there, done that type of mule. She's stubborn as hell. Sometimes we have a personality clash, sometimes we do real good, but she'll test your every move. But she's been a good one. We've had her little over a year and a half now, and anyhow, that's the story on these two. We'll get the backstory on the other two when we go ride them. So we did a ride here a while back, and we had Athena and Kendall Ray and Warren with us, and trying to look at my map. No, we're not quite down to it yet. Well, we might, yeah, we were up there. We were, that's the one where we went out on the edge and looked. Yep, there's the old road. Well, I hope there's elk track. We're in Elk Meadow. Isn't this where they're supposed to be? It's named after them. Hell, maybe we'll get to see some today. We hadn't seen that herd since we came down Skyline. Is that not Skyline? What's that other one over there? Oh, now I'm gonna have to look it up. Oh, Apache. You know, last time we saw them was when we were coming down Apache. Well, so far we've been 2 3/4 miles. There's our tracks. Hopefully you guys can see that. And we still got quite a bit to go. So those houses, so over here is there's Vista Rio Bonito, and then there's Ranches of Sonterra, and up on the hill up there, that white building is the Spencer Theater, and they have all kinds of live performing arts and concerts, and they've got quite a bit of stuff. I don't look at the schedule that close, but I've seen a few concerts. And when I lived up here and worked up here in the 90s, we put I remember when they built that, we put the water line in there. So, and then Ruidoso is just right over the hill right there. It's only about 8 miles over there to Ruidoso, probably about 10 miles to downtown. So if you wanted to come visit, you're still close enough to go shopping. And you know, you've got the Flying J Wranglers have got a chuck wagon dinner show. They feed you some brisket and beans and whatnot, and then they've got their own house band there. They play all over the place, but they've got their own little deal. That's a real neat deal to go to. Set that up in the evening with the Hobbs family. Talented bunch of musicians, and they cook some pretty damn good grub. Nice big old country back off up in here. We're gonna see how steep this Skyline Trail is here just a little bit, but we're still currently on Elk Meadow Trail. Yeah, what you can see of it. This was an old 2-track also, back when they still had the cattle grazing going on. We've seen several elk beds. Yep, there's another marker for the endurance ride. They have a group of volunteers that comes out, I think the week before, and sets up the course, or the weekend before, and they set up the markers and everything, and then they
5 days this year.
Yeah, this year it was 5 days. So it was a pretty big event. I know they had different levels and all that. I can't ride that far, but don't have any desire. If I ride that far, it's going to be long and slow, so there ain't no sense in me entering anything like that. Probably have a pack mule and a sleeping bag and a tent. Maybe not even the tent, just the sleeping bag. But yeah, I won't be going that far that fast. So we're coming up to a point in the trail This old road bed, it goes back off and it'll go down there to where the petroglyphs are and all that, but it's not really, I mean, it might be an established trail. It's not showing it on the Onyx maps. But being that we're showing the trails, quote unquote, we're gonna go down here and we're just gonna kind of follow the signs and see what it says. But it should, oh, there's a big old elk bed right there where they've been laying down. We'll see what it does here in a minute. We're getting closer to the houses over here to the edge of the conservation area, and
the roads are all closed to motorized.
yeah, and all these roads are closed to motorized vehicles, except for there's only a few that are open, like the one we came in on, and they're all nice and graveled, and you know, you don't actually have to camp at the horse camp. There's dispersed camping all over the place out here, and you know, sometimes riding this country over here, we'll go camp up above the airport, just west of the airport, and ride this country rather than, because it's 5 miles over here from the horse camp, so you can get 20-25 miles in pretty quick. So let's see what this thing says, because okay, so Skyline Trail comes in here.
Elk Meadow continues on.
Okay, stop. Whoa. Okay, so Elk Meadow continues on down there, and then Skyline goes back up. So we are 3.5 miles. Skyline looks pretty interesting because it hasn't been used.
I
So
see one marker right
yeah, there's a marker up there, so I think we're going to turn here